Okay, so here's some of the paperwork. I just want to go over some of the patents. This one's a voice transducer. Okay, just want to go over that. System for producing artificial telepathy. Okay, this is all patent. Okay, you can look it up. There is, I believe, one more. Here we go. Apparatus and method for remote monitoring and altering brain waves. Okay, there's a patent on that guy. Okay, this is stuff that your secret military has used and designed. Here's an article, Army Yanks Voice to Skull device site. Okay, here's that. Here's the date. Sorry, 8/1/17. Okay. Putin's towards psychotronic war. Okay, weapons that attack by waves and leave no trace will determine armed conflicts after the nuclear age. Okay, devices that control human thought, feelings, and behaviors by means of waves. Okay, this was originally written in Spanish. Here's the author, here's the date. You can Google that up, do a little research on your own, okay? I'm not going to sit here and read this stuff, but I'll give you the main articles, okay? Here's another one, secret document revealed, stopthecrime.net. Okay, basically the first paragraph. The information to follow is meant to be an outline to give PSYOP personnel a brief background and introduction into modern PSYOP warfare techniques. Our purpose in briefing comm unit personnel is to educate concerned team members in sources and methods of early mind control procedures and the latest projects and operations dealing with mind control and present-day capabilities. Okay, this is over 200 pages, but you can look it up. It's all there, people. Here we go. Army document describes technology that can transmit a voice into someone's head. This stuff is real, okay, and it's not pleasant. And this was, let's see, September 19th, 2013. Again, the title is Army Document Describes Technology That Can Transmit a Voice into Someone's Head. The Puppet Masters. Okay. Here's another one that's really interesting. 1994, Serge Monast talks explaining NASA Project Bluebeam. Okay, I'm a victim of this. Project Bluebeam. They're using ELF, a lot of ELF, extra low frequency. So if you're a TI out there and you see your game stalkers wearing yellow, that represents ELF, okay, extra low frequency, okay. The process employed by such ELF technologies are described in various U.S. Defense Department publications, including one entitled The Electromagnetic Spectrum and Low Intensity Complex by Captain Paul E. Tyler, okay. You can look that up. Let's see here. I just want to kind of hit some highlights here in the article. He says here, now this means a lot because if people do not believe that kind of technology to be possible, or this kind of technology we're talking about is just science fiction, those people put themselves in jeopardy because when the night of the 1,000 stars will shine from space during that night, when the new Messiah and the new world religion will be implemented on the planet, those people won't have time to prepare themselves, and they will not be prepared to preserve themselves against such kind of technology. That's why they put themselves in jeopardy, because they do not believe, they do not take the time to research and prepare, and this is something that is really dangerous. Now we're talking about the fourth step of that NASA Bluebeam project. Now the fourth step concerns the universal supernatural manifestation with electronic means. It contains 3 different orientation. 1 is to make mankind believe that an alien invasion is about to strike down on each major city of the earth in order to push each major nation to its use to nuclear to strike back. Okay? The second is to make the Christians believe to major rapture with a supposedly divine intervention. Okay? The third and the fourth step is a mixture of electronic and supernatural forces. And then finally he says, then after the night of the 1,000 stars, humanity is going to be ready to implore a new Messiah to reestablish peace wherever at any cost, even at the cost of freedom. Okay? Now, which is interesting to know that this over here, the technique used in that 4-step is exactly the same that was used in the past in the USSR to force the people to accept communism. Okay, now I have heard something where they're flipping that the USSR is going to be the United States and the USSR is going to be representing freedom. Okay, so they're flipping it. Okay, according to a different research and different reports that we get, they're thinking right now of an economic crash. Not a complete crash that would put down all of the economy, but an economic crash that would force them, that they will also have them as a pretext to come up with an in-between currency. Okay. I've done a short video, and it has been noted that where they're doing like small little filmography videos about would you accept $250 a week? You know, and they're training children to believe that a banker and a janitor should be paid the same. Okay? That's your one world economy. That's your one world currency, that everybody gets paid. But if you do accept these jobs, you will be outwardly serving these devices. Okay? Okay? It really is a physical attack on you, the individual. Okay? You know? So, this is a really good article. It talks about Project Bluebeam. Okay, I think everybody should read it. Okay, very important, because that is what's on the planet right now as we speak. Lawsuit against USA targeted individuals. Okay, so I don't know, but here it is in the U.S. Here's the plaintiff versus the FBI. Okay, the one thing, it's really, really long. Okay, it talks about things that are, you know, a violation of humanity. But there was one back here about how, okay, rights violation by American psychiatrists. A Dr. Ross provides proof based on 15,000 pages of documents obtained by the CIA from the FOIA, Freedom of Information Act, that there has been a pervasive, systematic violation of human rights by American psychiatrists over the last 65 years. I thought that was key. Okay? You can look that up and do your own research. Mind control media is set up with tricks of false thoughts transmitted during conversation, false memory of events, and output of written documents to create spin on journalists and civilians, thus unknowingly creating what's called propaganda, until now covering their tracks with blatant lies from our government. But decades of news from misunderstanding, mind games, disputes, and slanders. Okay. That's what we have now, is the fake news stuff going on. But this is an interesting article. You know, people being dumbed down. Let's see here. Okay, these are just notes from people. Okay, so 2015, covert non-consensual RFIDs implants are reality everyone should know about. Okay, you can look this up and do your own research and read for yourself, okay? This stuff is real. Okay. Similar technology marketed as a way to control video games by thought. Okay. Okay. This is part of the vocal, facial and vocal recognition. And as I've mentioned, the voice recognition is really deadly, because what can happen is, for example, you could be talking to someone who you think you're talking to, but what Black Ops does is they have everybody's voice on record, and they can intercept that phone call and make you think that you're talking to that person. That's how high the technology is, okay? And it's very deadly, okay? It can, you know, steer people in the wrong direction. So, anyways, all this stuff goes back to ancient Egypt people. Electromagnetic resonance has been on the planet for a very long time. I can do another video. I'll go back and I will do bullet points on, you know, the gang stalking that went back as far as ancient Sumerian times, okay? To refresh everybody's memory, okay? This is no joke, people. I mean, this is how they do the population control stuff. It's all with, you know, you got your Kurta, and then I forgot the second one and the third one, but down here you have the Kali Yuga. Okay? Here you're at 1,000. It goes back up to the 4,000. Okay? This is the vicious snake eating its tail deal. Okay? It goes back all the way up. Okay? This is the snake eating its tail, the circle thing. Okay? Okay, this is little, esoteric stuff that your game stalkers and the powers that be have in their little pocket. Okay? They don't want you to know this stuff. But with a little research on history, it's right there. It goes back. And like I said, history repeats itself, okay? So I'll do another video on the gang stalking, okay, to refresh everybody's memory. Alright? And with all this technology, what it does is it hits your pineal gland and they can download dreams and manipulate you that way. But anyways, if you're a real TI, just keep your cool. Make sure you have a balanced meal, eat right. And remember, if your gang stalkers start wearing yellow, that's ELF, okay? That's not you, it's them. Okay, over and out. I'll come back with more stuff, alright? Later.